vibration of human beings. You know what the fuck it is. Another day, we here. Survived another day. I wasn't even going to get on. I might not even be on here that long. I wasn't even going to get on. But I say, you know what? Let me just get on. Just because I know certain attacks. I had multiple attacks that came to me. But y'all got to realize, man, I'm so rebellious and relentless. Man, there's nothing y'all can do to break me more than whatever could even look like me already being broken or whatever. Like, I've been through everything, y'all. Like, this be diabolical shit. If I was to tell y'all what somebody just did last night or yesterday to try to attack me off of my situation, but I think people forgot that I've been in this situation before without those things or without that thing. My surviving level is like expertise. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna survive like in anything. I'm gonna make sure I get out of it and I make it to the next day, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Baltimore City, so it's like y'all can't break me. And every day when I make it to your next day, I get closer to your shit crashing. But it's just crazy, you know? It's like I'm noticing a lot of people see me every day, a lot of the same people, but I see them when they're either going or coming back to work. As far as like I'm on my route. Like that lady just passed me just now. I see her every rising, you know? And she's always on the phone looking more and more antsy every single fucking day, every day. Like she about to have a fucking heart attack, you know? It's this other guy on the bus I see every day. And he be looking like he about to have a heart attack also, you know? It's like everybody knows this shit is about to crash, but they're so psychologically programmed in this way of life that they're not strong enough to leave it alone. You know, even in the end of it, they're gonna hold on to it till they can't hold on to it no more, until they can't even go to work. Literally, the company's gonna have to be stripped down and not on the land and not in business for them not to go to work. You know what I'm saying? That's how scared and fearful people are of like depending on themselves. You know, seriously, like people are in fear. It's wild because people put shame on like homeless people and stuff like that. But to be real with you, a homeless person is less in fear than you. You know what I'm saying? You in your house cozy, you know? You in your house cozy. Like you woke up and got straight in the shower. Like you didn't have to do that shit from nature and clean up like the nature way or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, for real, the people that's gonna have it the easiest is like homeless people. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all can think I'm lying to y'all or not, but you gotta think about it. A person that's been living outside and has been homeless, when I say everything is survival, everything is survival. So a lot of the stuff that y'all got handed to y'all, or that because y'all have the job that y'all are able to work for, to have, a lot of that stuff like I don't have, and I still be making it to your next day. And I'm hearing a lot of y'all complaining on the internet about a lot of these things. And I'm just like, y'all having like whole mental breakdowns. Like, and I'm just like, damn, y'all have no idea where we're going, what it's really about to look for y'all. You get what I'm saying? You're having mental breakdowns because of that. It's serious. I'm not saying this to be funny, y'all. Please hear me out. I'm not saying this to be funny or make fun of anyone or anything. I'm saying this to really get y'all to understand where we're going and the severity of anybody that's talking about these real issues. Why they're at the forefront. No matter how you feel, so you should pay attention to your faster. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I've been telling y'all all this the whole time, you know? Of course, like I said, like on the other videos, sometimes like I vent more than some other times about my personal life and stuff, you know, because that's what's going on. And I have my attacks while I'm out here because this system is still up. That's against me. That has me kind of, you know what I'm saying, emotionally unstable to your point, you know? Like I say all the time, that like no matter how spiritually strong you are, if you're going through financial struggle, shower, food, clothes and stuff, you gotta go through those hoops to get that stuff done. It's gonna be harder for you. But it shouldn't change your knowledge, you know? And especially where we at now, if anything, it should strengthen you, because I'm like the book of Eli, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm like the book of Eli, like real shit. I'm like the book of Eli, you know. Like it's like I feel like I'm like where everybody else is catching up and going to and stuff being stripped away from them. Even though I'm living in this system and stuff like that, I already conquered as far as like dealing with certain stuff for what I know what's gonna happen. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day. God is peace, power, abundance to you. You know, because of how divided we are. You know, like I'm just so grateful for all of this shit because it's like I told y'all. You know, we we're really sick and we're really sick, y'all. We really are. You know, so that's the reason why I be telling y'all this stuff. I don't be, I'm seeing it on the internet every day more and more as the days go by. It's like everybody's complaining about like how much TikTok videos are on TikTok now about people complaining about money like crying. They're like, how I'm gonna feed my baby, like, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do this. I'm like, you put your whole dependency in this government, in this system that was designed completely against the organic people, but to be technical, completely against everybody. And now that this shit is closing down because this shit is benefited off of the organic people of the planet and their children, now everybody wants to act like, all in shock that this shit is happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck did you expect was going to happen of a system that was set up around the genocide of my people? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck did you expect was going to happen? Of course this shit was going down, Of course. For real, y'all. Hey, peace, God. Peace, reflection. How you?
Well, so
Hey, peace, reflection. Peace, reflection. How you? Hold up real quick, y'all. I was just telling them about how people put so much dependency in the system, and in this system benefiting off the genocide of us, of the black people, and the True Foundation, and how people are acting shocked and falling down now. I'm like, what you think was going to happen? What you thought this wasn't coming back to black people or something? You thought we was just going to be stuck forever because we divided? What? They forgot that we the sun, Hold up real quick, y'all. How's your ride coming along? How's your ride? How you been? I haven't talked. We usually have our talks. I haven't spoke to you and stuff recently. How you been?
that was good.
You been good?
Yeah.
How? Give me the rundown on the brothers in Africa right now. How are they becoming like aware of a lot of stuff more?
Oh yeah, no.
There was a lot of them on that side of the land was already aware. They wasn't as tarnished as some of us out here in America. Some of them brothers in Africa, a lot didn't get taken away from them like how it did some of us out here,
That's right. Yeah.
But that's good though. When's the last time you visited?
Yeah.
When's the last time you went?
Oh, last year April. I was there in April.
Oh, you were in April?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm hoping to go next year. I wanted to go in December, but I got to wait.
All right, brother. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's a crazy thing, man.
Yeah.
I wonder how the heat out there is now, because the radiation and like.
Oh, well, now it's good because there's some rainfall, September rains, so the place is good.
Yeah, right now it's hot out there.
Yeah. By December it become hot.
Yeah.
It's good. Africa is good. Africa is good.
In your opinion,
Yeah.
what would be the first place? I mean, if you say exactly where you're from, I would take that also. But for a person that's never been out that side of the land, what would be your opinion for the first place in Africa to tell them to go? Like, where would you tell a person to see for the first time in Africa?
Ghana.
Ghana, your country? I think you was gonna say.
Oh, you love Ghana.
Yeah, that's what's up. I would go.
Yeah, the people are good. They are very good.
Yeah.
The reception extra. So, it's good. And it's also safe. It's only these people are just.
Yeah, no disrespect to the other parts of Africa, but every time I meet people from Ghana, it's like a certain energy, healing energy that people from Ghana really be having,
Oh yeah.
Like you can feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it in other parts of Africa too, from certain places, but I really feel it in Ghana.
Okay.
But I told you my close friend. I had a close friend named Michael Anjuman. I told you that.
Anjuman,
Yeah, his younger sister's name was Antoinette, and his dad was a pastor. And we've been through so much. And he, believe it or not, he kind of got me into music because it was like he was always trying to tell me to do it, but it was like I wasn't I didn't want to mess with it like that, you know. And then when his dad died, his dad got attacked by like a demon, you know. Like I was telling you, and yeah, it came like out of nowhere. It was crazy. How you doing today, Reflection? You alright?
Yeah.
Are you a rising person? Like in the morning, are you like up, or it takes you like time to wake up?
I like to wake up in the morning.
Okay, so you be like up already. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good, man. It's good to be early though, because you get the day started when you be early.
Yep. Have a good day.
You also, bro. All right, back. So one thing I want to point out is this. Um, so yeah, wait, I see that. You know, it's crazy. Y'all know people say anything. When I say people say anything, people say anything. And I don't even know the fact that you a man and you got a name that say bend over. Even if you talk, I'm hoping you talking about towards a female. But why would you have that? Why would you have that name? You man, back. I'm putting you on timeout. You just a weird nigga, bro. I don't even know what the fuck you talking about, but you weird. Remove, nigga. Now back to what I was saying. Niggas stuck in their second childhood, like Nas made that song for y'all niggas. That second childhood, you know. It depicted a lot. But like I was saying, yeah, y'all, it's a beautiful time right now. You know, you seeing all the people getting mad on the internet, you know, trying to stop. Ain't it a beautiful thing? That's why I love energy, right? Because all the energy that's coming down on the planet, it's way above low vibrational energy. It's way above slave catchers. It's way above all of this stuff that's infringed that got y'all programmed. You know what I'm saying? It's above all of that. And the thing that's so beautiful about it, even the people that's on here that get on here and say weird comments and stuff, guess what? Your anatomy's changing, bro. That anatomy changing, man. But you gotta ask yourself, is it for the better or the worse? What makes you up as an organism? Ask yourself that. And even if you are organic, ask yourself what you've been doing on the planet the past 5 years. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to say your whole life, but the past 5 years, because we've all made mistakes, right? You know, just because you made mistakes, it don't mean you can't grow. But when you're trying to stop other people from growing, you're already being used for your own destruction. A lot of people don't realize that, you know. But it's beautiful though, y'all. You know, like I said, I really wasn't gonna get on here. I got a lot of stuff I gotta handle today. You know, I got a lot of good stuff that's happening for me. That's why what y'all don't realize is I'ma always be protected. I'ma always be protected, y'all. Like, that's why I be telling y'all, not even just with me though, with anybody. Like, don't be just going around trying to spite people and harm people and stuff like that. People you see that are in a bad situation, try to make it worse for them because you personally don't like them or you're jealous or envious of them. Don't be doing none of that shit because you're just wasting your time. Because in the same breath that you do whatever to try to spite the person or rub them wrong or mess up their energy, that person will get another blessing right in front of your face as you know it. You know? For real. It never works. And it doesn't have anything to do with no Jesus shit or anything. It's just an energy thing. Some people are more protected than other people, you know? So you got to be careful. Like literally, you'll make a person's blessings come faster by attacking them. That's basically even what I'm saying. So, like, literally, like, y'all got to be careful out there. Like how Shorty say, what she say? She say, be careful. She said, I forgot how she said it. She'd be like, oh yeah, y'all got to be more careful. Y'all got to be more careful out there. Oh shit. You know, for real, it's a beautiful time, y'all. So like I said, man, y'all just make sure y'all get this shift, because like I said, I'm noticing all the stuff that so-called homeless people go through is now, all those things are starting to threaten people now, you know? Those things are starting to threaten people. Like, I know y'all heard recently the food stamps is about to be cut, right? You know, everybody going crazy talking about they're gonna attack the people, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. How are you gonna do this and that? It's like, people don't understand the psychological slavery. Like, bitch, how could you put why would you put your what do you call it, all your ducks in one bucket? Like, what is you wrong? Like why would you believe in any system before believing in yourself? Why would you give all your power away? What sense does that make, y'all? That don't make no sense. And see, since it's deemed as regular life, like, this is just justifiable, like we supposed to be doing this, you don't even think about it like that. You don't even question it. You just go along. And then when shit starts to break, because your dumb ass want to forget that the foundation is ran on, now it's being shut down. And I'm telling y'all, when we meet the creator of the complex cell organism, I'm telling y'all, you know, y'all gonna fall right into your trap of the government and all of that. Still, it's so sad. A lot of y'all are socially programmed. A lot of y'all are so in psychological slavery on both sides, us and them. It's so bad that literally, when we're in the purge state, and then when the money isn't here, and there's no hospitals, and there's no police stations and shit, and it's really like everyone for themselves type shit. Y'all so in fear, even when the moment comes directly for y'all to find yourselves and know how to go about stuff besides what's being told. Take initiative to learn new things that was secondhand nature and all of that, right? When that time comes, y'all are so fucking programmed that y'all just gonna go right along. Y'all gonna go right along with the people that are abusing you. literally. And whatever system that they have set up, y'all gonna go along with it and thinking it's for you. And then y'all never gonna be seen again. And they gonna be doing all types of shit to y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all gonna think it's like on the tip where y'all can leave. And y'all not gonna be able to leave. You hear what I'm saying? Y'all not gonna be able to leave. You know? And I'm telling y'all this. How are you doing today? I'm doing all right. You going to Mason? Yeah. You know, and I'm telling y'all, you really gotta have a good heart. You really gotta have a good heart, because I'm telling y'all, y'all not gonna be able to leave. And then y'all gonna be wondering, y'all gonna be like, damn. I thought, and that's gonna be another wake-up call. That's gonna be another wake-up call, y'all. It's gonna be multiple wake-up calls y'all have. Multiple. Think about it. For me, I'm not liable for that shit, because at the end of the day, me,
Monument Drive Transit Center.
I'm just going along with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know the abuse that's on me because of our division. You know, if I was an asshole, I'd be running around, you know, about to spaz on every black person. Like, nigga, just as soon as I see like a division mindset, like you're the reason why we're in this situation. You know what I mean? Because we're divided and they're able to manipulate us because we're not together, because we're not like ants, you know? We all in competition with each other, but you don't see that with no other race on the planet, y'all.
Fairfax Government Center.
And it'd be like the simple stuff that's just like simple as hell. Like, it's not even rocket science that everyone is able to notice, and you can't put it together and see what's done. You can't put together your common sense and be like, this is the same species or the same forefathers that did this to us. You know, and you can't use your common sense off all the stuff that's been done to us already, in which they still try to lie and cover up and make it seem like it never happened. That give us anything that's actually for our real growth today, or it would be some type of deception within that, and it wouldn't be 100% sincere and genuine. So we still capitulate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much levels to it. But now it's like I said, it's another day, y'all. You know, like, I'm about to reach so much people today. Where I'm going today, I'm about to reach so much people, you know. I told y'all I mainly be like attacking in person, right? You get what I'm saying? So like that'd be like a big thing for me, you know. I really be attacking in person. I be talking to like a lot of people in person. I be going up to random people and all of that, because I be having to get help here and there anyway. So I'm like, shit. If I have to get help, you know, here and there, I might as well be making people aware of really what's what, besides even me get help, or even if they help me or not. If I'm already talking to them and I know that they got a pure heart, or they don't got attached feelings, and they could just see something that's in the category of it is what it is, I'm going to start talking to them. I'm going to give them that opportunity. At that moment, even if I did come up to them and it wasn't on that type of time, and I asked for help, I don't even care about that help no more, you know? I want to say I really don't care about that help at all, but it's like, you know, I'm in a monetary system. They still got us enslaved and the last of this money amongst our division, you know? So it's like, it's bad, you know? It's bad, y'all, but one thing's for certain, though, like I said, every day we get closer and closer.
Government Center.
It's crazy because they out here seeing our brothers and sisters in the sky, and it's like from any angle that you look at it, you know that they're fucked. Their fate is already sealed. Their DNA, the animals that make them up as an organism, that they take no accountability for, right? The same laws that was created with the deepest hatred towards us, those laws are the same laws that we follow today. That whole system alone, the judicial system alone, with those same laws we still follow today, right? While they're implementing new laws based directly towards us, they try to make it seem like it's directly towards the masses. To some extent it is, right? But we know we know how much laws, you know, that hurts the masses, but it still hurts us more, you know? Like, come on now. And then like I said, that the educational system, y'all can't describe y'all existence, where y'all come from. You know what I'm saying? How y'all came in existence, but y'all still medically and mentally evaluating us and our children as if we're all human race, like how y'all say, and it's all about love. You know, I'm tired of all the lies. You know, that's why I'm about to touch a lot of people today. You know what I'm saying? Just like I do every day, but I'm really about to go out today though. I'm really about to go out today. You know, like, you got to be on it like that, because, and I really don't even be recording that shit, because I know most people, I know the biggest ignorance in this world is not knowing genetics. And then right around it, the biggest ignorance in this world is judging someone's intellect level or what they're talking about, truth or not, from their financial state. Because everybody thinks from a state in this world, like, as if you're broke. What's the saying? You know what I'm saying? There's sayings that carry on the toxicity, like, as far as trying to keep it protected. What's the saying, y'all? Oh, if you broke, you can't tell me shit. You're made of that. We're not even supposed to be dealing with money. So whether a person has a lot of money or not, you're going to judge their intellect off of that. You don't know, without knowing anything that they've been through, how genocidal the system is from all angles, you're just going to judge it off of that. Okay. It's insane, y'all. But really is, and it's like, it's y'all, but like I said, you're going to see, as this is crashing out more, you're going to see more people start to freak out and flip out and spaz out off of the regular life that I live every day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where my next meal is coming from, or I might have to ask someone to steal it. Like, every day, like, I go through the most just to be clean. You know what I'm saying? Amongst it connected to, you know, natural resources. They have us in a monetary system. All the natural resources fucking kidnapped and shit, right? You know? And ironically, it's the natural resources. Gas, water, electricity, right? You know? I could just picture them when they was thinking about the shit, y'all. They probably was like, all right, y'all. So we're gonna get, when they probably got the gas was, they probably like, all right, so we're gonna lock down the gas, we're gonna lock down the water, we're gonna lock down the electricity, right? They're gonna have electricity in these things called homes. Those homes are gonna be squares and rectangles. They're gonna be squares and rectangles, because we know what energy is, and I dare one of them to try to make their house a sphere or a pyramid. No, you know what I mean? I dare them to distress they intellect and let me know that they know what orgone energy is and how that can be conducted. I dare them to, you know? So we in squares and rectangles. And they put the Lord triangle at the top, right? Play with you, put the Lord jump. You know? But it's crazy though, y'all, because I know that they're realizing that they was an experiment, right? Because all the animals that make them up as an organism wouldn't naturally sexually reproduce with each other. And who did that? You know, the monkey, the fruit fly, you know, the rat. You know what I mean? Snub-nosed monkey. The white man has a different monkey than the white woman. You know, but then it's different versions of the complex cell organism. You know, because it's not just the European with animal DNA. The Arabs have animal DNA. The Asians have animal DNA. All these other races like came here off of mixed breeding and raping. You know what I mean? They're not even natural, but it's like, but now as all this is coming out and the sun is revealing it, you know, the complications that they're having with what our sun is emitting, and them having no correlation with it, and not being able to convert sunlight into chemical energy, they're running around with their heads cut off, and they're causing all these distractions while the inevitable is happening with the weather. That's revealing who they are and what the system is. So when I'm telling y'all, this is the type of shit I be saying when I'm like, just make it to your next day. Because the damage has been done with us, how we're divided. The same way a lot of their fate is sealed, believe it or not, it's the same way with a lot of us, y'all. Because a lot of us have been directly in these positions that helped us to capitulate in our own destruction. You hear what I'm saying? And like right along with them. That's why I be telling you, like, them, they just doing what they've always done. You know, they've always been naive. They always dodge accountability. You know what I'm saying? They never evolved even to this point where it could be seen like they're like us. You know what I'm saying? Where it can even be believable. You know, even amongst the deception that's been done with the raping and all of that. So even more so, like, why the fuck would you think that they're gonna take accountability? You know that's not happening with them. And I'm saying that respectfully, not to be racist or nothing. Like, you know the species. Once you know the species you're dealing with, you don't get offended by that species no more. You know, you just know the behavior. Now us, that's different. That's very different with us. You hear me? So that's why I be looking at us whenever any of us acting like that. Like, what is you on? Like, you hear what I'm saying? Like, what is you on? You know? You got kids. Even you, Isabel. You watching this? You got my son. Watch them complex cell organisms around my son. You know? No, to be honest with you, you have a biological connection. You have a biological connection. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm telling you some real shit right now. You even watch my son around other people, even of your genetic makeup. That's you melanated even. You know? Because you're not neuromelanated like me. You're not the son in the flesh like me. And I love my Latino people. Y'all have a biological connection. Y'all have a correlation with that son. You know, y'all not in trouble. You know, from that standpoint, like the complex cell organism. But y'all not all the way neuromelanated either. You know what I'm saying? You can't emit the highest from the lowest and absorb it also in the way that I can. You know, coming from the mother of all life, which is the black woman, aka African woman, you know, mother of all life, same genetics. So yeah, watch my son around any complex cell organism, around any melanated being, right? And then definitely around even a neuromelanated being that don't know who they are. So you're in that toxic relationship, watch that nigga around my child. You know what I'm saying? Watch that nigga around my child. You know, I'm not in fear of anybody doing nothing to my child because I already know the punishment that's coming behind children alone. You know, so you jump out there, then you gotta pay up. But even more so, you get this message or already able to receive this message however so, and you do that, then you just using to get that karma. That's on you. You feel me? That's what you wanna do. You know? So that's how this shit rock. You feel me? That's how this shit rock. So yeah, but you seeing it's spooky out here right now. It's spooky as hell. You seeing the energy on everybody right now because everybody know what's happening. The energy right now, y'all, with people still trying to play dumb, isn't like how it was a year and a half, 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And remember how I was telling y'all then, I was like, let a little bit more time go by, a little bit more things take place. This ozone layer peel back a little bit more, this radiation increase a little bit, let some more solar flares hit this shit, let the energy from the backside planet get so crazy, let everything take place so crazy that they start messing with the data even more. To your point that, yeah, they shut the shit down and it's like completely shut down, right? Let more happen that's showing what's going to happen with the money, where we're leading and all of that, then let's look at people. And now you're looking at people right now, they're in fear, you know, the complex cell organism, because they starting to realize that their regular life of them living, like as a good life, was literally at the detriment of the organic people. You get what I'm saying? Whether they was aware of it or not, and their children. You get what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's the problem. Your good life for you is damage and straight genocide to me and mine. Your judicial system, your medical field, your educational system, you know, the foods that you give us, you know what I'm saying? It's all hell on earth, you know? And then you tell me I'm gonna be in a worse place, as if like either me or even you could even change what you've been doing to me the whole time that you've been on the planet, that you have no biological connection to. So we not gonna play that game. You get what I'm saying? We not gonna play that game. Like for real. Like we not playing that game. You know? Karma is real, you know? It's wild because in the same way how it's certain organic people that's worse off because their genetic makeup being a me, but the characteristics and traits in which they're displaying, that's like the same way in a way how a unnatural person that's speaking up, how their own species will turn their backs on them quick. Look at the white people and the white women that's speaking out about this now, and like the reality of it. and really what is done to black people, how the foundation, all the shit that was done to us. Look at the white woman that's speaking out on the internet, y'all. And they still trying to hold on to the lie. That's what I'm telling y'all. When I say that they gonna go out with the lie the whole way out, because this is the most they evolved, and they didn't expect to evolve this much, but they evolved from a standpoint where it's like they actually started believing their lies. You know, like how like a narcissist will start believing her lies. Like she's doing like a man so bad that she starts taking more of initiative to make it like justifiable for what she's doing, so she don't feel that much guilt. And she can easily lie to herself, like, man, this isn't that bad. Like, for example, the way a female would be like, you know, I just need some space, when she knows she already messing with someone, and she already cheating on you, but she don't even want you to know she cheating on you, or that she already got someone, and that she gonna go to you as soon as she leave you, and then you find out that she was with that person and all of that fast. Yeah, like the same concept. It's like the same concept. It's like the same concept, y'all.
Route 29 and South Front Street.
So I'm telling y'all, like, for real, I don't care what your genetic makeup is, white, Asian, whatever. If you already didn't get no non-perishable food, you better get that shit now.
Main Street and
you know, if you already didn't have distilled water in general, you better get that shit now. You know, you better get that shit now. You know, because I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm pretty sure this too, y'all. I'm pretty sure that most of us that are more aware than other people, and that stood and spoke on stuff with no fear, amongst the rest of us that was still asleep, or even trying to come against us regardless of their genetic makeup because of our awareness. I know, even regardless of our financial situation with this, like I know it's gonna be some reward that's given to us in difference of the rest of us neuromelanated beings. I know it, because it took strength.
Main Street.
You know,
and
even though we make it seem easy, we make it seem like it's nothing. That shit takes strength. That shit takes strength, y'all. And I'm in the heart of it. I'm in the heart of it. You think I be out the yo around the feds and shit, and I be speaking this shit. You feel me? I just don't be on video. I be all on their ass, y'all. I don't be playing no games.
Keith Avenue.
Like all y'all that used me, abused me, like all that shit is done with. You know, I'm glad that y'all did that shit to me, because y'all shocked me in remembering who I am, you know? And y'all brought more punishment faster to yourselves for even playing with me like that as an organic being. You know? Knowing that I come from the black mom, I come from the black woman, you know?
And Main Street. Stop requested.
You had to be out of your mind to think that there's gonna be no karma around that. You hear what I'm saying? So that's where we at right now with it, y'all. This is where we at with it. You know, so like I really advise everybody, you know, I really say this strongly. The more you hold on to this system, the more painful it's gonna get for you going forward. Seriously. You know, seriously. And that's all species. I'm being real with y'all. You know, I'm not trying to say this to scare y'all. You know, you can just think it's just to keep going to work, how you just think everything is everything every day. Watch more that you think even more is going to happen. Watch what more happens. Because y'all not going to be able to just live y'all life and continue y'all life, this life sweet, while abusing us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's true. I mean, it's not, but y'all get what I'm saying. It's true that we divided, right? It's true that we divided, but it ain't true for you to keep benefiting off of it, though. You hear what I'm saying? And keep having us digging ourselves in a deeper hole. Because at that point, it's not about us, it's about the future children. So if it's about the children, when it starts to become a children thing and about the future children and all of that, then it starts to become a cosmos thing. It starts to become a universal thing. Children in general, even besides our children, once children start being affected how they are and stuff, it starts to become a different issue then. You know what I mean?
Judicial Drive.
That's what makes it a whole different issue. Y'all don't even understand like the karma that's on the world for real. You know what I'm saying? Because whether we want to look at it or not, us choosing, you know how they say don't ignore stuff because they'll become a bigger problem and shit. What do y'all think that all like the small issues and stuff that everybody knew that was wrong? What do y'all think that we've been doing with it? You know what I mean? All the stuff that you can talk to and you can say to someone, right? And then they be like, yeah, you know, stuff that you could talk to 10 random people and they all agree with you because we all know what's going on or it's wrong for us as the masses, right? But then everyone's just going along. You know, knowing that no one's standing up, even us as a masses, even besides, even us as organic people. You know, like real, like things coming from that.
And
You know, how do y'all think our brothers and sisters gonna look at that? And be like, well, you know what I mean? There's a lot of ways to figure out that children was being hurt and children was being abused. And you know, as far as even them, I know the complex cell organism had a lot of warnings, y'all. A lot of warnings. 5 years. It's been, think about all the stuff that's happened recently, y'all. Y'all remember, what was it, like a year ago, 2 years ago? Y'all remember when Purin said that Jesus is black? Y'all remember that? But you go to any church so-called in America right now, you go in that fucking church, I guarantee you they got a white Jesus in it. You know? At that moment that he even said that, right? And I'm just saying it how y'all say it. I'm just saying how y'all say it. It's in y'all books. You know, feet of bronze and gold and stuff. He's being explained as a being that's of my genetic makeup that looks like me, right? But that's been not even just told in your scriptures and your history books, but even told by a person of your genetic makeup. You know, that saying who y'all pray to outside of America and all of that, knowing who we are. You know, said that to the world, national TV. But yet y'all still promoting the white Jesus. So what type of manipulation is that? Even when y'all call y'all out on stuff that's wrong or say it to the world, y'all are so psychologically programmed that y'all still stay connected to that way of thinking and moving life. No matter how it gets revealed to y'all still try to gain off the manipulation. Like it's almost like y'all was like, oh well, even though it's national TV, everybody didn't see that video, and damn, even if a lot of people did see the video on national TV, all the people that just still want to go with the lie and just ignore that shit for whatever reason, it's still going to be out here like it's, you know, because it's and then y'all didn't even be able to ask yourselves like, what do y'all think what people not even of my genetic makeup did to me and forced me to live and tried to tell me I was good enough, and I dealt with punishments and lack because of that? Or how you even think he would feel about even like me that turn their backs against me? And that's metaphorically towards anybody towards like the truth and the real issues that found it out where we at right now. So all of us that's speaking on truth and all of this, how do you think you would feel about all y'all black people that turn y'all head towards black people because of what this world has gave you? How do you think he's gonna feel about y'all? You think that he's gonna keep you so-called black, or you think that he might be your new vessel? Or feel like, you know what I mean? It gotta be some punishment of that, because, you know, y'all gotta really use y'all mind and think. Y'all gotta really use y'all mind and think. But it's sad because it's like y'all stuck in y'all ways.
University Drive and George Mason Boulevard.
I appreciate it. You know, y'all stuck in y'all ways. If you can't correct someone, if you can't correct someone, and they're gonna be on what they're gonna be on, that's a lost cause. And that's basically what I'm saying with this species where we're at right now, y'all. Y'all hate when I say it, but it's a reality of it. It's like y'all are a lost cause, y'all species, and us that want something from this world are in that same boat with y'all, maybe even worse, because they're not y'all. Again, us that's not y'all have it worse, but it's still bad, you know? Either way you look at it, it's like, this shit is bad, y'all. This shit is bad. So you really got to see this shit for really what it is, really how this shit is going down, really how this shit's about to shake. You know, I advise everybody, for real, Isabel, you need to let me see my fucking child, for real. Put all the bullshit aside. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I be getting mad when I think about it, but for real, like, get yourself on a maturity level that you can just get to a level where you're like, all right, this man needs to see his child. Because at the end of the day, we created a child. You know what I'm saying? Whether whether you was ever planning on being faithful to me and you wasn't, or you was planning to once you finished being a hoe and all and having all your sexualness and all of that. That's all good and dandy, but what I'm saying is that's irrelevant. The fact that however it came about, Zion being here, you know, we know Zion came here because I still kept giving you chance after chance, and when you kept coming back and doing the same stuff and all of that, but in the same breath of that, you got to realize like we got a child to raise, and that's my child. You know, either way you look at it, even if it wasn't my child, right? Even if it wasn't my child, you would just need to tell me that. But I'm pretty sure that is my child. And like I said, this DNA test will be conducted. I said, you know, every child needs a dad at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? So, like the behavior in which you're carrying out, you really gotta dig yourself in a bigger hole. If you love your child, stop digging yourself in a bigger hole and get yourself out of that depression. Because it's a child we gotta raise. You know what I'm saying? For real. For real. Like you did what you did and all that, but all that, even though I got mad, I spazzed on it or whatever, for real, Issa, I did not care about you and me on that type of time at all. I don't. I don't even think about you sexually. I'm not saying it's to make you mad or nothing. I'm saying it's to really tell you like that's over and done with. You know what I'm saying? But just because that's done with, that doesn't mean that there's not. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to understand. You know I had a baby with you when you was emotionally unstable. You know, that caused a lot of these problems. I didn't know what I know now, and it is what it is. You know, it won't happen with me again with my next family I create. But still, though, you know what I'm saying? You got to realize that I have a child to raise. You know, and that's just not your child. You know, that child was not just you alone. You know, you got to get to your point of really understanding that. You know, for real, to be honest with you, it's not even just me separating from you alone, me, myself. But that's why the universe didn't allow for you to have another baby with me. Because one was already brung in a way around manipulation and deception, but from my love, still choosing to be with you while you were being dishonest to me. The universe wasn't going to allow for you to have another baby with me without me being aware fully of how you are. You know what I'm saying? When we just brung one in and the pain that you already inflicted onto him off of your personal choices. The universe wasn't going to allow that, you know, even with the miscarriage that you had when you tried to act like that was my baby and we wasn't even sexually active. The universe wasn't going to allow that, you know, they was trying to give you warnings. Now you go and have another one, you keep going, that's on you, you know, that's on you, you know, like I said, like I'm not trying to point it out like that, but you're melanated, you're melanated at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? For real. So it should be even more respect off of that, you know. You're not neuromelanated, you know. You're not the son of the flesh, you know. So I value y'all, man. Peace, power, abundance to y'all. I'm gonna get at y'all, man, for real. Well, I'm gonna talk to y'all for a little bit longer, real quick. I'll talk to y'all for a little bit longer. But yeah, like me telling y'all this, I really care for y'all and stuff. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, you know? Not gonna lie to y'all. Like I matured so much from all of this, you know? When you at certain levels of pain either just mean you gonna mature or crash out, flat out. There's no in between, you know? There's no in between. And being separated from a child is one of those. That's why you notice you even see men do one or the other. You know, one or the other, there's usually no in between. He's either gonna self-destruct all the way, and that's gonna be a fast process, you know, or he's gonna rewire his brain, and it's gonna seem like it's a fast process, but it was really a slow process. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at with it, you know. So like I said, you know, I'm not even gonna say I'm sorry for your decisions that you made, that you wasn't able to apologize for your behalf, because even though we're not together, we created that life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my fault for your decisions, even though they're your decisions. You know what I'm saying? That's like the type of maturity that you got to get on and understand when you have a life. Like our choices are together, no matter who's right or wrong. Just how it's affecting the kid is wrong, and this can't be. You know, that's like the type of level your mind got to get to. You know, you can't just be shutting down and doing all that extra shit. But I know I made a mistake. But I know that my son's a super baby though, for a fact. I know my son's a super baby because it's not his. This is like one of my most, what do you call it, tattoos? Y'all see the veins? I'm flexing. But it's self-love. I told you I've been getting tatted on the low. I've been getting tatted on the low. See? I got the Interstate 83 on them. I got this touch up. I'm gonna get the red in here, going down more than this line around. I gotta make it darker, like on this one. Like, see how dark this one is? And actually, I gotta make it darker. This part right here, I gotta make this part darker. And then up here, and I gotta come around. I'm about to get like a lot more stuff. And yeah. And this, I'm saying, it's like one of my favorite jumps. This crying eye, and then the fast world. You know what I'm saying? Fast world. Getting tatted. I'm getting tatted. But yeah, though, like I was saying, it's you really gotta understand, y'all, like really what it is, what it means to like be like really like in your power and knowing really what's going on, you know. Like I'm telling y'all, it's about to get real shaky out here. It's about to get, when I say it's about to get real shaky, I mean it's about to get real shaky. Because you gotta think about it, when a lot of people, like I said, it's because they're in fear or they don't know what's about to happen next or how to go about it, right? What do y'all think is gonna happen to them? They're gonna go insane. They're gonna start crashing out. You already know the P, what is it, the P136 chromosome, they're already being affected neurologically on a lot of levels that they have no idea about right now. You know, they have no idea about like how their cells are deteriorating, what's really happening with their brain and shit. But mark my word, they all want to express themselves. Want to express themselves first. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to show themselves first. You know what I'm saying? Like this is happening. So even, but just even as a system, how they depend on it. What happened just the other day? My mom was just telling me, people was trying to get their money out. I think yesterday rising, they couldn't even get their money out. And more is happening, worse and worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to look at it from a winning standpoint, but let's say we are, so y'all can get a basic understanding of what's going on. Who do you think is winning right now? The people that's speaking against the system and talking about the faultiness and all of that, and it crashing because of what it's built on and all of that, and how it's not real fairness and truth, and how and just off the fact that a lot of people aren't even aware how the strings are being pulled, right? And then the people that just want to live this, not question anything, go along with the people that's abusing them as if like they want the best for them and all of that. Like, who do you think on what side? Do you see us going forward, more of this system staying here, or more even deception that the system has to bring, right? That system like this being up, or this shit not being here and people having more full growth and development control of their children, and children actually being safe and it actually being real fairness and real freedom, not just freedom of you thinking it's freedom just because you're not behind some bars. You know what I'm saying? What do you think is really happening? If you use your common sense, what do you really think is happening? You know, it's not. It doesn't take the smartest person to realize really what's happening right now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So even if you don't know the ins and outs, you know what's happening, and that's low key what everybody talking about. That everybody feel. Everybody know what the fuck happening right now. You know, this shit real. So you really gotta really think about what I'm saying right now. You know. This shit real. And you notice how it's like Even weaponizing, because y'all know it's always a homeless person's fault, right? Or people financially struggling. It's always their fault. It's never the system's fault. I had many talks with this about my mom. It's never the system's fault, you know, right? So think about this. A lot of that stuff is coming up where they can't blame people that's just financially struggling, right? For the issues. That's even exposing why they're in them situations. Really what we're really living in, right? Regardless if they want to say it or notice it or not. You know, you're just one person that's not noticing it, or part of that group of people that's trying to act like they don't know what's going on. But that's not stronger than the energy of the people that's not stronger than righteousness, so it can never win. But then the people that's aware, you know, like amongst the people that's not, more people that are aware and speaking out by the day, their body is being affected. For even people that a person that would be considered a person that like a shy person that doesn't speak up at all in general about anything, like they're more composed to themselves, they're having more strength now to speak up, you know, for real. You're seeing a lot of that, you know, you're seeing a lot of that. Y'all remember how for the longest, when a lot of these videos was coming out about our brothers and sisters and stuff, they literally was like still writing it off as much as they could. But you see that it's been so much activity daily on a daily basis, they can't even write off shit like that no more. You know, even a regular person that's in the comments or however so on these videos that they say like Project Bluebeam, CGI and stuff. Everybody, you notice how I look at those comments now. Everybody will comment on that comment and literally gaslight them. For them trying to make an attempt to gaslight everybody else, whether that was their intention or they really think that, even if they wasn't an NPC or a random bot profile made. You know what I'm saying? Like none is working towards like hiding deception no more. It's just not working. You know, what people don't realize is that energy is hitting the planet. You get what I'm saying? That energy that's hitting the planet at top speeds, these ionized particles. This is truth. You know what I'm saying? This is truth. It's not lies. It's truth. So it's like, nah, that shit not working, y'all. It's just not working. It's just definitely not working, you know? So it's like that's why I be saying the main attack is just to make it to your next day. I don't care what's going on, what your financial situation is, what you're dealing with, make it to your next day because this shit is shutting down, you know? This shit is shutting down. You got to remember, and it's like, you got to think about it. If your world that you created against a group of species, right, that forgot who they are due to your raping and all your ignorance and deception and violence, right? In what way do you think? In what way would you think that punishment would come about? Especially when it's been like multiple warnings to stop. Right? To stop, like leave the people alone, stop abusing them, free their children. You know what I'm saying? Stop poisoning them in the food where they think that they're supposed to be eating this and it's harming them, it's causing hemorrhages on their brain at early ages of them being young. You get what I'm saying? Their brains aren't even being fully developed by all this abuse. You know, to even make calculus decisions or even catch you in your motherfucking lies, right? You know. Like and then when you're aware of it and you call them out, y'all notice how they all make the same face. The deception is so fucking bad. Even if you catch a neuromelanated being, right, and you call them out and even approach them different because of who they are, right, they'll even give you that same look that a complex cell organism will give you off of you knowing truth as an organic being or knowing truth just in general. They'll give you that same fucking look. Ain't that something? I'm telling y'all, it's a certain look. It's that same look. It's like that look of like, damn, you caught my ass. You know, I don't even know what to say. You caught my ass. I know this is going on and I should have stood up myself more for it, but I didn't. You know, I didn't think that all this was going to happen so fast, you know? Or I didn't think that even my awareness for me taking this manipulation went this deep. I didn't realize by me doing this, I was really conspiring to this, you know? For real, y'all, like this shit crazy. So one thing that's certain, even if they don't know why, energy hitting on the planet, everybody's speaking about it. Everybody is speaking about how it feels so different right now. That's the main things that you're seeing everybody talk about. There's a couple things. You're seeing everybody talk about how it feels so different right now. They're like, man,
Something just feels different in the air, no matter what I do, you know. I go out, I try to chill with friends, I try to go to the restaurant, I try to eat, but just something just doesn't feel the same. And it doesn't not feel the same like how stuff, you know, would feel different and not feel the same. This is a different not feeling the same. Like a not feeling the same, like I never felt not feeling the same this way ever before. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Difference. You see everybody say that now. You know, but that's that, you know, that's that calm before the storm. That's that calm before the storm, because you know that calm before the storm, how it get when shit get real serious. You know what I'm saying? When shit about to pop off, you know? Our brothers and sisters aligning like shit right now, all over the planet. They aligning. And I'm telling y'all, we created, I'm telling y'all, venom is real. Keep thinking venom is fake, y'all. Keep thinking venom is fake. We created beings literally for y'all, knowing y'all was unnatural from the jump start. Knowing who went against source from the jump start. And hope y'all was gonna have more appreciation towards us and our planet. We was already ahead of y'all in y'all decision makings, but hoping that y'all went about it a different way. I told y'all what that story sound like. That sound like Jesus and like God, right? You know, I say, you know, you're gonna make your decision before you make it, but you still got free will, right? You know, and you know how a lot of us would ask that growing up, like that don't make no sense. Like if you know what I'm gonna do from, like how do I have free? Like what is this for real, right? Yeah. It was talking about them. You know, it was mainly talking about them. You know, it was mainly talking about them. But you know you're a crazy species where you separate yourself from your species, that have them think that they're this species. So you show you don't even give a fuck about your own species, you know. But that's what they've been about since they've been on the planet. Y'all know it. Ever since they've been on the planet, they came out in Caucasus Mountains. Before they evolved, they with a tail on all fours, the original versions of them and stuff. Ever since they came here, they've been what's with them, cannibalism, you know, fighting, you know, greed, control. They can't be civil amongst themselves. There's no time period in history without them manipulating another species or something that they've been able to. You get what I'm saying? Like there's always been like wars and shit with them. Like they don't know how to really live in peace. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, no, like this is real talk. This is real history. This is real facts. You know, that's why all of those words with them, like barbaric, you know, primitive, rambunctious, hostile, you know what I mean? Like derogatory, like all that shit really comes from them, you know? All that shit really comes from them, y'all. Like all the stuff that they try, ain't it something ironic? All the stuff that they try to make seem that's connected with us and how we are, that's them. They try to make us or the black man seem like he's violent. Who's the violent species? That's really them, you know? That's really them. And the more your intellect shows that, and you know who you are and what you're living in, you can bring that shit out of them without even trying. You know, sometimes you don't even gotta talk to them. They can feel the energy on you that you're not like a regular melanated being, and you know exactly what the fuck you're living in. And especially with what's happening right now, you know, especially with what's happening right now, because that shame that they feeling off of them, a lot of them already being aware, and some being aware and not knowing how deep it really went. You know what I'm saying? You know, for real, y'all. Like a lot of this stuff, a lot of y'all religion people, y'all in trouble too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't really realize how serious this shit go. You know, y'all really don't realize like the damage that's really been done to your organic people. You know, for the consequences that gotta take place. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done ransacked the whole fucking planet. You feel me? Ransacked the whole shit. You know, a lot. Once I seen that y'all started fucking with fruit. That's when I was like, I really knew it was done for y'all. I really knew it was done. I'm like, y'all started trying to GMO our fruits. It's like, y'all don't know how to leave shit alone. You know? Y'all don't know, like, there's no stopping point. There's not a point with y'all with anything where y'all like, all right, this is just this. We don't need to mess with this no more. We don't need to try to see what we can do with it. If we can do this and that, we're just going to leave it alone and let it be. Y'all don't know how to do that with anything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just always be trying to touch shit and fuck up shit that y'all have no connection to. You know what I'm saying?